Hey everybody, welcome to the Chinooks Social Network. It is another edition of Coffee with Chinooks. Joining me once again is Arie Bazelon.
Hi guys.
Welcome back, Arie. Last week we kind of talked a lot about your personal life and your favorite hobbies and food and music and LeBron James and The Bachelor. But this week I just want to kind of roll into your time with the Chinooks. You're heading into your 5th year now?
Sixth
year.
Yep.
So you started in 2014.
Yep. That was my intern year.
And what internship did you do?
I did webcast internship, which is now the media video production internship.
And now you're running the show.
Yeah.
Very cool. So your first year was our championship year.
Yeah.
After your internship, what did you do with the Chinooks for the next few years?
So after my internship year, I came back and I ran the video board and then helped the instructor then, Joe, run the webcast. And it was cool to be a part of it, and he kind of like taught me everything so I would be able to take over. And then this past year I fully took over, and it's been a wild ride.
And how did you enjoy your first year?
I loved it.
Running the show, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It was nice to like be able to implement the things that I wanted to implement, and now we're the 2-time South Division webcasts of the year, so that's pretty cool. And it's pretty gratifying at the end of the day that like all your hard work is paying off.
Yeah, actually, I mean, working with the Chinooks each summer, you don't get a lot of time to watch road games, and in all honesty, there's some nights you just need a break from Chinooks baseball.
Yeah.
But I watched some games, and the quality was very good. The league converted to HD a few years back, and Arie, you guys do a great job with it, and I think our fans really enjoy it. Over the 5 years, is there one game that sticks out that's the most memorable?
I mean, it's easy to say the championship game when we won. That sticks out in my head. Brett Siddall catching the final catch. Like, I remember everything from that year. It was an incredible year. But there's always been like really incredible moments. I think when Kevin Tybor proposed to his girlfriend, like I think that was a really cool moment. But definitely the
Thankfully she said yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was awesome. It was really cool to see that happen at Capco Park. But I think the championship game, that one will always stick in my head.
And it flew by too.
It was
like a 2
so
hour
fast.
like 15-minute game. And we didn't really have anything ready. Like we didn't have the t-shirts out. Like we weren't ready and prepared. It flew by. What is the weirdest moment or thing you've seen at Capco Park?
The weirdest moment or thing I've seen at Capco Park? I think like being on a camera, you see a lot of weird things, whether it's like someone eating nachos and like dripping cheese all over them. Like you just catch the weirdest moments because like people don't know that they're on camera, and like you have different views, so there's a lot of like weird things that go on.
So I don't want to say most memorable play, but what is the best play you've ever seen at Capco Park?
So when Owen hit the cycle for the second time, that was incredible. I've never seen that. That was really cool. But in the same game, we had a triple play, and I thought it was crazy because like I don't even think the guys realized that they had gotten the triple play, and we had to replay it back a couple times to like see it because it happened so fast.
It was a pretty incredible game, and I mean, how it didn't get picked up nationally. I mean, the hit for the cycle twice. In 3 games.
Twice in 3 games.
I mean, not just on a professional or minor league level or college, but it can't have happened very often. And we'd like to thank the Rockford Rivets for allowing us to beat up on them those 2 days. Sorry, Chad. What about a favorite player that you've seen during your time with the Chinooks?
I mean, Marshall has probably been one of my favorite players. He has an incredible story and journey to watch. And now he's with the Dodgers, unfortunately, but fortunately. I think that's good for him. It's great. He's grown a lot. I also really liked Brett Siddall when we hosted the All-Star game, which was a really cool experience. Him in the home run derby, I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. And Lucas Raley has always been another one that I really like. And Brant Balak. So I have 4.
Raley hit 4 home runs in one game on 4th of July.
Yeah.
In Kalamazoo. Jinx. Yeah, Marshall has a great story. You know, he was involved in a car accident, I think, before his senior year or junior year, and he didn't think he'd ever play baseball again. And he went on the next summer to he jumped around from a few colleges, and then he came to us, and was the Northwoods League Pitcher of the Year, and he was dominant.
Yeah, he was really
nobody
dominant.
could touch him during that summer. Okay, jumping shift to more of the marketing and promotional side. Favorite promotion or giveaway in the past 5 years?
My favorite promotion, I think the Hawaiian night was really cool last year. People seem to really enjoy that and get involved. I love like when we do theme nights and people dress up and get involved with it. I think the Minion nights are always really cool too. Kids love that. But my favorite giveaway, I loved the blankets. The blankets were really cool. I use them every day, so.
And the winter hat worked perfect.
Yeah,
this
the
past
winter
season.
hat was awesome.
50 degrees again.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Favorite bobblehead to date?
My favorite bobblehead, I think Vintage Gil turned out amazing. I love it. The box was awesome. I actually I have a whole entire bobblehead shelf, and I haven't even taken the Vintage Gil out because I like the box so much. And then I thought the Robin Yount motorcycle this year was pretty cool too.
And we gotta give props to Andy Raisky, our graphic designer.
He does an awesome job.
Yeah, he designs the box, the bobbleheads. He is the mastermind basically behind anything with the Chinooks logo or Gil. So thank you, Andy. There's your shout out for this week's episode. If you were to create one bobblehead, I almost swerved from the other lane and hit that guy. If you were to create one bobblehead of somebody in the Chinooks world, who would it be?
I think a talking Matt Menzel bobblehead would be really cool. He's our play-by-play announcer, and he's been with the Chinooks from the very beginning, and this next year will be his 10th year in the Northwoods League. He was with Green Bay before us, so I think he would really like that, and I think it would be pretty cool.
He is the closest thing you can get to Rain Man for the Chinooks and the Northwoods League. The stats he comes up with. He
knows everything. We used to do, in 2017, we did a segment on the webcast, and he would do this day in Chinooks history, and he knows everything. There's not a fact that he doesn't know. He's awesome at what he does.
One promotion that you'd like to see for next year?
I really want to do a Guinness World Record night. I think that we could find a really cool world record, bring people out, get news involved, and break a world record in the ballpark.
Nice. Well, fans, if you have a Guinness World Record you'd like to see us attempt to break, email Arie at arieb@lakeshorechinooks.com. It's a good idea. I know there was been talk of an ice cream promotion that we're trying the biggest ice cream party or something like that. So, well, we are looking for ideas. Moving into the most important stuff. What is your favorite concession item at Capital Park?
My favorite concession item, I love the brisket's awesome, and the Angus burgers, they're so good. Miles will, every time he's at the ballpark, he gets the mac and cheese and pulled pork. That's his favorite thing ever. But you can't really go wrong with anything in our ballpark. The food's incredible. And I'm not just saying that. You can't, there's so many different choices, and everything is so good.
Yeah, John, the food guy, and Chris Young and Rob in our office does a great job of coming up with our menu every year, and you can plan on putting on a good 10 to 15 pounds at Capital Park over the summer.
Every year.
And after the season, if we have any food left over. If you could add one thing to our concession menu, what would you add?
Well, Rob wouldn't like this, but Jacob and I are in agreement that the cream corn nuggets need to come back. They need to make a comeback. Jacob and I think, may have been the only people who ate them, but we loved them. And I think we talked about the pickle corn dog.
Yes.
I think that would be a great addition to our menu. So it's basically just it's a hot dog in a pickle,
deep corn dog,
fried like a corn dog. So I think that'd be awesome. I love pickles.
The Texas Rangers did it, and it apparently was huge.
Yeah.
The cream corn nuggets, you guys are brought an army of 3. So if you were
Tom likes them.
Yes, Tom Balls, one of our owners, likes them. If you were a cream corn nugget fan and you've been holding out hopes that they're making a return, it's probably not going to happen. We apologize about that. One of the cool things about working with the Chinooks is you get to meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the baseball and just the local community. Yep. Who's the coolest person you've met through the Chinooks? Besides me. So,
oh, God, yeah. That was going to be my first thing I was going to say. I mean, having Robin as an owner is pretty cool. He's got to be one of the coolest people I've met. With running the webcast and stuff, I don't get out of the press box much, so I don't meet as many people as I might want to, but I think Robin is so nice. He's come into the press box. He's listened to like our headsets and stuff. He's cool to be around, and like my mom and dad like watched him growing up, and they like loved him, and like now I can say like he's my boss, like so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, when he comes to town, he really does. I mean, he really cares about the product on the field, but sometimes even more importantly, he cares a lot about the internship program. He gets to try to know the interns or introduce themselves and just how the organization is going. And you know, he's been great getting Robin Aid into the ballpark and helping raise money for the MAC Fund. All right, so to kind of conclude things, we had some people send in some questions from social media. Chris wants to know most memorable moment of all time for you with the Chinooks.
So like I said, the championship was when we won the World Series. That was pretty awesome. I'd say my top, like I have 3 moments that really stuck out of my head. It's winning the championship. The All-Star game was just like a super incredible experience. And
it was also a super hot experience.
It was also extremely hot, yeah. And then I think when Owen hit the cycle, that was definitely a moment. And also this year, one that will always stick out in my head was when we were at the All-Star game and Jack Dunn won the MVP and hit the home run. Like that was also a really awesome moment.
Yeah, first time in Chinooks history a Chinook has been named All-Star MVP. 2014 really did. It'll be tough to ever top. You won the championship. Eddie was manager of the year. The organization was organization of the year. We had a phenomenal team. Our guy won the home run derby.
Yeah, we had summer team of
the year by Perfect League. I mean, it just worked perfect. I mean, we had the All-Star game, and our guy won the derby, and we had Yount and Gander as managers. Eddie was the manager because we won the first half, so it will definitely be tough to top 2014. All right, the last question for social media comes from John in Cedarburg. We talked about Miles, the Bankston, last episode. John wants to know, when's the wedding?
Oh, God. You would have to ask him.
Okay, then we might have to pull over and get Miles and pick him up and put him on the spot someday.
Should we call him?
No, as a guy, I would never put that pressure on him. And you know, whether his answer could be good or bad, you don't want to put him under that
Hopefully
pressure.
good.
So, hopefully good. We all like Miles. So, all right. Well, that kind of wraps up our time with Arie. We will have another guest joining us next week for another edition of Coffee with Chinooks. Thanks, Arie. We'll see you next week on the Chinooks Social Network.